Well, I would say what I didn't expect, even though everyone told me there was this many people, was the amount of people. But I think the most surprising thing, being circus geeks ourselves, that I have not seen a single P.T. Barnum, and I haven't seen a Pee Wee Herman. That's what's surprising to me.
I'll be honest, nothing specific, but I will say there are some gargantuan, gigantic, creative costumes. I don't even know what the characters are or whatever, but I can't even recognize them. But they're walking all over the place, and it's like overload, sensory overload. It's just awesome.
Look at these cameras. Somebody's old lamp.
I'm a time-traveling gentleman journalist.
Of course you are, sir. Very good to make your acquaintance.
Tell me, what's the most surprising thing you've discovered about Dragon Con so far?
It's seriously lacking in AC. A lot of sweaty bodies, including my own. Oh, this is very good. This is my second time here. I was here about 3 years ago. And it's good. I do a lot of conventions. It seems I don't remember it being this large, but
I think it really gets larger every year.
More costumes than I see at most conventions, to tell you the truth here. So it's kind of unique in itself.
That's surprising since it's so hot, isn't it?
It is. Some of the costumes you couldn't pay me to put them on.
Before, so it's not that surprising. The first time?
Time traveling gentleman journalist. That is the most surprising.
Journalist and drinking apple pie.
Apple pie and absinthe. We also drink absinthe.
Oh, yeah. That was awful. Did you guys like it?
I don't remember if I liked it or not. I'm sure I did.
Probably just how fan-oriented and how kind and community-oriented everyone is here. We've been to a lot of cons in our time, and most of them are very corporate. And with this con, you really have a warmth and friendliness that you don't find many other places.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, how are you?
It's really great to meet you guys. You're a tremendous inspiration.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What's the most surprising thing you've discovered about Dragon Con so far?
That apple pie.
Drinking apple pie? Thank you very much.
You know, a lot of it hasn't been surprising. It's fantastical, and the costumes as always are wonderful. But I think the best is the random casual things. I like watching the stormtroopers riding the elevator. I like watching the Wookiee push the elevator button or wait to cross the street. But my favorite so far is just beautifully done Velociraptor and Alien who hugged it out. They're very pop culture. For example, I think one of the best ways to clearly delineate the two is that Comic-Con has a huge Twilight track. Dragon Con, you can pretty much denounce all things sparkly, and everybody's cool with it. Dragon Con's much more literary. Comic-Con is much more TV and movies. So though both exist at both, there's a clear distinction. We noticed here, there's like a whole row of dice dealers for like the gamers and they're hardcore. There is one dice shop at Comic-Con, and they didn't have the pay per scoop. So that was just like that was like a defining moment. It's like there's no pay per scoop dice here. These are not the same people. But Comic-Con costs a lot more to get into, so there's tons of people giving away like the free swag, the bags, everything like that. So people are there to get free things, to meet people, to get autographs.
Really?
Whereas here, people come more, this is a shop. This is almost like it is the biggest alt flea market probably in the world.
Are there more people dressed up here than at Comic-Con?
Oh my God, yes, 10 to 1.
Really?
Absolutely. We really thought we'd see a lot more costumes, and I think the media tends to cover the people who are in costumes. So when you're watching it from the outside, like we were previously, you think it's this big costume thing. Dragon Con is the big costume thing. Comic-Con is a big thing with some people in costume.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, that was surprising to us. We came back here, and on the first day, it was like, what was it, Thursday morning? we were coming in, so the con didn't even open until Friday, and there's people in costumes walking through the lobby, and we were like, oh, we are at Dragon Con. We are back.
Today, I saw, and it probably was something else, what looked like a cosplay of 3 people walking under a giant fuzzy hamburger. That's when I saw that. It was probably something else that I didn't recognize, but like a giant 3-person manned fuzzy hamburger.
Puppetry track. We had, so 3 years ago, all of a sudden there was something called Bob and Carl Sci-Fi Janitors. And then last year, we did the first Puppet Slam. We had a 300 capacity room, and we filled it, and we turned 700 people away, and it was amazing. And last night, at midnight, we filled a 1,000 capacity ballroom in the Hyatt, and it was fantastic. Like, and Heather Henson was there, people from the Muppets were there. It was absolutely fantastic. And I got to do a little puppet show, and I made people laugh. And that is my favorite thing, that puppetry has been so widely accepted. There's 120 hours of puppetry track programming, and it is very much almost all entirely due to the wonderful efforts of Bo Brown. And he's amazing. So go Puppets. Yay.
Well, mine was, and I didn't take a picture of it for obvious reasons, but I will have the image of a mom Boba Fett breastfeeding a baby Chewbacca for the rest of my life. I can never unsee that. And I didn't take a picture, but it happened. Yeah, that was the most surprising thing I saw.
And I learned that there are ancient cavemen from way back who lived in caves, and there are modern shake weights, and somehow they go together very, very well.
The most surprising thing, it's sort of more for us. It's not really like a Dragon Con thing, but I'm amazed that we stayed in a hotel, and we were like tired a lot. Last year we stayed like in a band's house. We had so much energy that we had no sleep. We had more sleep this year, and
I don't know if we got more sleep.
You don't think so? No,
I don't know.
So we actually made it. I'm surprised that we made it with the little sleep we had compared to last year. That's kind of convoluted, though.
Yeah.
It works. That might not work. That might not work for montage. But you were looking at me like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if we're making it. It is Monday of Dragon Con. I'm surprised I can even form sentences
we got
right
in
now.
At 4 last night. Maybe the most surprising thing is that we're up and awake.
Yeah, they were
Monday.
actually functioning at this moment. That's surprising.
Yeah.